Chapter 15, Jaiden, Kensington. 6 days. I cross out another day on the calendar. It is now 6 days into the takeover, and still no sign of anyone I know. Still no sign of the army. However, there have been signs of the attackers, but that too has lessened over the past couple of days. I still don't know what's going on, but it can't be good. I tried to go to school on the first couple of days following the attacks, but I've given up. It's a ghost town out there, but worse. Bodies littered the ground. I tried my close neighbors, but no one was home. I shudder as I remember a moment from my nightmare last night. The humanoid creature's mouth lurching for me. The pale green skin lit with a flashlight, red-eyed. Ugh, I can't. My nightmares have gotten bad in frequency and ferocity. I remind myself they are just nightmares. Back on track, I can't believe that no one's come to get me yet. Maybe they're dead. I can't help but smile on my face. I can't help the smile on my face. They're probably dead. Everyone I've ever known is probably dead. It is sad that I find that relieving, freeing. I should feel guilty that I'm wishing them all dead, but I don't. The devastation in the end of the world is my ticket to change things, to free myself from a more cruel life than the one ahead. Sadly, I would rather explore this life than deal another day in what was normal just 1 week ago. It's sad that I've been driven to such a point in my life that I'm happy at the prospect of never having to see anyone I knew ever again. Maybe now I can just be me. Who am I? Who am I going to be? The answer is a big blank. I can't imagine who I am and who I will be. I've never gotten the chance to be me, excluding these last 6 days, but even that was underlined with the thought of my father coming home for me, and the thoughts of all my expectations. I guess I might have to find other people eventually. I don't know how long the salted meat will last. I don't have much for non-perishable items left either. I'm already out of fruit and vegetables. Who will I be if I come across people? Can I be like Ashley, crazy outgoing? She's a people magnet. She's one of those people that can make a friend anywhere. She does wild things I'd never hoped of doing. Can I be like Chris, charismatic, the type of person who can talk anyone into anything? He always gets his way with everyone because he knows just the right thing to say. Or maybe I could be like Kayla, athletic, smart, driven. I stop. I could never be one of those people. They are them and I am me, whoever that might be. I have a ton of baggage. I'm an introvert. I have a lot of issues, 0 confidence, 0 self-image, 0 conversational skills, and 100 trust issues. I don't even know what a normal person should act like or how a normal person should be treated. Heck, I don't even know that it wasn't normal to be afraid of your father until a year ago. I didn't know that it was normal for you not to have physical contact with people beyond what was necessary or manipulative. For all of my life, I've been told how to act in front of people. You act this way in front of grandma, you act this way in front of teachers, and you never mention that thing to Mr. Hall, and don't even think of talking to schoolboys because that will lead them on. You'll end up disgraced and pregnant before you finish high school. But no one's going to want to marry you anyway. You'll be an awful wife to someone one day. And if I'm ever going to be someone else, I would need to erase my past. Can I get an elective amnesia? Keep my basic knowledge, but forget my personal memories? No, I'll just have to deal with it. It should be easy to figure out who you are when no one else knows who you've been. When you know, you'll probably never see those people again. Even in the past few days, I've never been more myself. I found out that I like to be by myself. I prefer my own company to that of anyone else's. I love being alone, though I know that's not great as a survival plan, so it won't last. I love to learn, but I already knew that. How many other people do I know that can say that they've read an encyclopedia back to front, not to mention that I've read ours at least 6 times? How many people search information for hours on different topics that catch their fancy that day or week or month? I have some things to do now. I put another log in the fireplace while wishing it was summer. I swear it's going to be snowing any day now. Maybe I should go south. It would get warmer the further south I go. In any case, I need to travel somewhere and soon. I've got my sleeping bag. It's good for -40 Celsius. I think I could survive a Canadian winter, but it would make it easier and less bone-chilling to go south. If everyone is dead, there isn't anything left here for me. I grab my hiker's bag. I'm really glad I convinced my dad I needed to go on that school camping trip a few years ago for school credit. It's different camping tools. The different camping tools I got then are going to be handy now. I've never liked that I was a rich kid before, but now I am thankful that he didn't bat an eyelash at some of the camping necessities I convinced him I needed. I have a flint, Swiss Army knife, solar-powered flashlight, and a water bottle with a built-in purification filter have all been the most helpful things this last week. There's still some leaves in the opening of one of the compartments. I leave them in there. I search the bag for anything else that might have been left behind, but I don't find anything. I think I need to go through this logically. How much can I carry for any large length of time? What is necessary versus convenience and wants? If I go anywhere, I will need what I've been using. I've been switching out clothes every day, but if I'm going to be traveling for light, I need the clothes that I'm wearing plus a few more layers. Maybe a couple extra outfits for my bag. I need a first aid kit. Many of the items in there are multi-purpose too. I can use peroxide and iodine as water purifiers in an emergency. The gauze could be used as a weak rope to bind something. I find rubbing alcohol too. I put them all in the bag. Not a moment later, I take them out and put them on the floor next to the bag. I might want to organize this a bit better. I gather items from around the house. Anything I might need. Matches, fire starter, stick, candles, crayons, camping dish, and utensil kit, salt, granola bars, chocolate bar, tinfoil, duct tape, survival book, the list goes on. I grab enough items to fill every compartment. The thing weighs a bunch, and I could never outrun anyone, but otherwise I would survive. I drag the bag into the corner of the closet. It's a shame that there isn't enough light to light up my books, or I would read more. I'd light up something, but I need to conserve everything I have, and someone could see. I don't need light to work out. I guess I can do another day. I half feel, half see my way to the side table where my wrist and ankle weights are. I strap them to each appendage. The extra weight is only about 20 pounds in total, but after a while it feels heavier. I walk to the cleared space in the middle of my room. The routine is ingrained in my head. Cross, cross, uppercut, over and over. A while later, I change to punch, knee, punch, switch, repeat, over and over. Over and over. The same circuits over and over again. I eventually exhaust myself. I don't think it'll take any time for me to get to sleep. I remove the weights. I take off my boots and crawl back into my sleeping bag. I have a feeling I will be spending a lot of time here. There isn't much to do but go to sleep. I hesitate at the prospect of another nightmare, but I really can't help whether I have one or not unless I exhaust myself to the point of no longer dreaming.